All right, Cleve, thank you for that. That's great information. And Cleve will be out and about today showing property, listing property. If you want a great real estate agent, he's the guy to call. Cleve has been in the real estate business, good gracious, since they were carving contracts out on stone. And it's always an honor to work with him and his team. So, all right, let's get right down to business on what's going on in the real estate industry and economic industry as it pertains to you. Because a lot of the time, my listeners, you may not be out looking for property right now. You might already own a property. You might not need to refinance. But it's important that you've got enough information that you know what your biggest and best investment is doing for you at any given time. And that's my job to report that. So let's first start off with mortgage rates. What are mortgage rates doing? Well, I can tell you this much. They're not going down. And this week was another rocky week. We know the Fed had another Fed increase this week. I'm going to tell you something. It's just absolutely incredible as to what interest rates are doing and how they're going up so quickly. Now, let's put that in perspective, because we know that interest rates are going up. Okay, we're going to expect that they're going to continue to go up. We don't know where that's going to end, but I can tell you this much. I am not out of the market for buying property. And I'll be honest with you, I just bought 2 properties in the last 30 days. I just bought 2 more properties in the last 30 days. Why do you think I'm buying properties? Because I like paying higher interest rates? No, but I like making money. And I know that there's money to be made in this market. So here's the secret sauce that a lot of folks they're so polarized by interest rates and prices going up that they miss out on opportunities. And that's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And that will continue to happen throughout evolution. If you don't want to be in the poor get poorer and you would like to be in the rich get richer, then you have to play the game. You've got to get into the game of real estate. Now, listen, I don't invest all my money in real estate. I have some stocks, I have some bonds, I have some mutual funds, I have some of my favorite stocks. I'm in the S&P, I'm in the NASDAQ. I mean, I do diversify my investments, but I can tell you this much. I make more money in real estate than I do in any of my other investments. I'm just smart enough to know that I should diversify. So let me tell you, as interest rates go up, you're going to see that your payments will go up accordingly. So how much do they go up? Well, every 1% that the interest rate goes up on about a $300,000 loan amount, you can expect that your payments are going to be about $193 a month higher. That's about an average, okay? Now, let's just put this in perspective. Let's just say you wait and you go, you know what? I'm going to wait and let the market cool. I hear people say that. I'm going to let the market cool. So let me tell you what cooling means. It means that it'll slow down a little bit. You will not experience as much appreciation in the future as we're seeing in these unrealistic times. People don't generally see 20-25% appreciation in a year. I mean, good gracious, in Seminole County alone from March to April, they went up $24,000 on the median sales price in 1 month. $24,000 in 1 month. That's what the value went up to. So here's what is not going to happen. You can write this down. You're not going to see a reduction in prices coming forward. They're not going to go down in price. You can't have real estate go down in price when you're experiencing inflation. And inflation just means that the cost of products cost more. So if the cost of products cost more, how do you think you can build a house for less? It's not going to happen. They're not going to sell homes for less money. What will happen is we won't experience that extreme level of appreciation moving forward in the future. It will slow a bit, but I want to let's just talk real numbers, because I'm a numbers guy. I don't get emotional about properties. I just bought 2 investment properties. I'm looking for 2 more. I'm looking in over around the coast. I'm looking up in Ocala. I've got a lot of things that I'm looking at because I see areas of Central Florida that are still underserved and undervalued that will catch up. So my prediction is the median sales price in Central Florida will go from $390 to $640 by 2026. That's my prediction. It'll just about double in price, not quite double, but about 40% increase. So I'm expecting about a 15% increase in my values in the next 5 years. But I don't expect that over the long haul. And I'm going to put this in perspective. How much do you make on your 401k or your investments in the market right now? And let's just look at it over the last 12 months. Don't tell me I lost my butt in the last 6 months. Don't tell me I made a ton of money last year. Let's just look at the last 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. Okay. What do you expect to make? 10%, 7.5%? 7.5% is about what you should really expect to make over a long period of time. Okay, some of my investments I made 30% last year and the year before, but sometimes I lose money on them too. So when you average it all out, it's about 7.5%. So let's just look at this. If you buy real estate and you put minimum amount down, 3 to 3.5% down, and that house goes up only 3% appreciation per year, just 3%, not 7, not 10, not 15, not 20, not 25% like we've experienced, just 3, slow and steady. How much do you think your rate of return is on that? Well, I'm going to tell you what it is. If you put 3.5% down, your rate of return with a 3% appreciation per year is 86% return on your investment per year. That means in 5 years, you made a 455% return on your investment. 455%. Now, keep in mind, the investment is your down payment. It's not your closing costs. It's not your escrows. It's just your down payment. The rest of the stuff are just fees. So when I buy a property and I look at it, I go, do I need to make 20%? No, I'd love to, but I don't expect to. I'm going to make 3% per year. Now, I can pretty well assure you that in the next 5 years, I'll make 15% per year. But over the long haul, I only need 3, because at 3%, I can make an 86% return on my investment every year. Now, let's just put this in a different frame. Let's just say that you only got 7% appreciation per year over 5 years. So 7%, if you receive 7%, then you got a 200% return on your investment with a 3.5% down payment. Put 3.5% down, it goes up 7%. You do the math. You made 200% return on your investment. In 5 years, you made 1,100% return on your investment with a 7% appreciation. Now, you tell me that you can find a better investment with security, okay, with the security. Because look at a stock, and don't get me wrong, I said I invest in stocks, but a stock could go completely bust. Now, I don't think Google and Tesla and all there are going to go bust, so I invest in them. But I think, personally, that a stock could go bust. It could drop in value. They could have a lawsuit. They could have whatever. And you could see a downturn. But a house isn't going to go down in value. You only, listen, all of you listening to this show have seen one time. Let me just give out this phone number. You can call me at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144, or webringyouhome.com. That's my website, webringyouhome.com. I'm in the business of doing mortgages. I'm here to help you out with your mortgage. Now, look, if we saw a 7% return on your investment over a long period of time, you're going to be really safe with that. But you're even going to be just as safe. You'll be safe with 3% return on your investment. So I look at that over a long period of time, and that's where I'm going to make money. So I'm investing in real estate. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm out buying properties right now. Now, with interest rates rising and the prices of house going up, who do you think is hurt the most? Okay. Now, let's just look at this. This is not a political message per se, but I'm political, and I will say what I want to say because it's my show. Now, you look at the price of goods going up. You look at the price of fuel going up. You look at the price of housing going up. You look at interest rates going up. It's all happened during one administration. We didn't have this before. We did not have it before. So who's hurt the most? The first-time home buyer and the lower income status based on census. So if you're lower income, you're hit the hardest. Because, listen, I make a lot of money. I do pretty well for myself. Can I afford $5, $6 a gallon for gas? $7? I can do it. It's not going to really affect my lifestyle, but it'll affect most people's lifestyle. Now, I feel fortunate because I invested wisely and I'm okay. I have enough to support myself. But many people out there listening are living paycheck to paycheck right now. They can't afford the extra prices. They're going to choose between gas and eggs. That's what you're going to choose from. But I'm going to tell you something. If you don't boil it down to this administration, I think you're making a huge mistake, and they'll spin it like crazy. Now, and both sides spin it. Don't get me wrong. Both the right and the left spin it. But I will tell you something. I see most people, and I get to look at financials every day. That's my job. I look at all financials every day. People did better before than they're doing today. They did better before than they're doing today. It's just a fact. They made the same amount of money, but their expenses were a lot lower. So your dollar went a lot further. So who's hurt the most? I find that the majority of minorities, now this is not a blanket statement, but the majority of minorities voted for Biden in office. Guess who's getting hurt the worst? Just the ones that put him in office. I didn't vote for him. I wouldn't vote for that clown. He doesn't even know what side of the bed he's waking up on. So I'm just saying that that's a problem. If you don't get these people out of office, you're going to experience another 4 years of this after this. It will happen. And I think that they are forcing people to be so enslaved by the government that that's their agenda. They want you to feel pain because then they'll have you so reliant on government that they force you to vote for that. And that's their agenda. That's what they do. And that's my political presentation on that. That's my political view. You don't have to like it. You don't even have to believe it. But it is the way that it is. I'm the Loaner Ranger. CrossCountry Mortgage, 407-250-9144. So I spoke my piece. Now my piece is to help you because I see that you're at a disadvantage. So I've got every loan program that you possibly need to get in the market. So if you're a first-time home buyer, we know you're getting hit the worst. You are absolutely getting hit the worst. So I've got programs that will help you get into a home. I've got USDA, they're zero down. I am an expert in VA. I've been doing VA loans for 33 years. I will help you with that. You just call the Loaner Ranger, CrossCountry Mortgage, 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. Stay tuned. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Welcome back to the Loveland Report and the Loaner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. Cleve is out and about showing property, selling real estate, and helping people save money and make money in real estate. And I'm grateful to be his partner on the radio show. Don't forget to tune into my radio show, the Loaner Ranger Radio Show, on Sundays at 11 o'clock. We're always here to bring you additional information on what's going on in the market and how to save money when buying real estate and negotiate a real estate transaction. So it's really interesting that we all know interest rates are going up. Fed rate again. It's going to continue to happen. Rates are going up. We're seeing them just go up and up and up all the time. But here's the thing. I'm still buying property. I went out and bought 2 more properties. I'm going to buy a couple of more here in the next few weeks. I am really serious about making money in this industry, and I think that you're going to experience a lot additional appreciation. Things are going to keep going up. And what's happening is the inflation is killing us at the supermarket and at the gas pump, but it's going to make you money in real estate. So you got to invest in real estate. So if you're interested in getting into the market and you want to see how I'm doing it, I bought 2 properties. So listen, I paid less than full price offer and I got seller concessions. One of them is move-in ready. These are existing homes, not new construction. One's move-in ready. One of them, I'm going to put a little bit of work into it to get it ready and up and ready for renting. But here's the thing. I'm buying these properties. I'm buying them under $300,000. I paid less than full price. I got some seller concessions. There's some keys to doing this. And I'm going to share that with you. All you got to do is reach out to me, get your mortgage pre-approved with me, and I'll help you when it comes to negotiating your next real estate transaction. I'm here to help you. I know your realtor's job is to do that, and I don't have to do that so much when I'm working with Cleve, but I'm going to tell you, I think a great real estate agent is a great negotiator and not just bending over for another transaction and going, yeah, Harry, you need to pay a little extra for this property if you're going to get it. And, sellers don't pay closing costs anymore. Don't tell me that. I'll tell you how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to tell you something. If the deal's right, it'll happen for you. If it's not the right one, then move on to something else. It's okay. That can happen. If you'd like to tune into my YouTube channel, please, I invite you to go to Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger YouTube, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd like you to do that for me. Save my phone number in your phone at 407-250-9144 or apply online at webringyouhome.com. I've been in the mortgage business 33 years. I've closed over 10,000 transactions. I'm one of the top producers, not only in Central Florida, but in the United States of America, this great country. So if you need help from a professional, I'm always there to help you. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Loan Arranger. Welcome back to the Loveland Report and the Loan Arranger radio show. Cleve Loveland and Bruce Woodburn. Cleve is out showing property, selling real estate, saving people money. But I'm going to tell you something. If you'd like to reach him, he's easy to reach. He can be reached at 407-352-8118 or lovelandreport.com. That's 352-8118 or lovelandreport.com. If you have questions for the Loan Arranger, I've been in the mortgage business for 33 plus years. I've closed over 10,000 transactions. I am one of the highest producing loan officers in Central Florida and one of the top producing 1% in the country. I don't say that because it's impressive on my numbers. I say that because it's great to follow people that are doing things to help folks. And my team is here to cater to you. So that's what I'm all about. If you are looking for a giant company that you can press a button and get a mortgage, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to press a button and you're going to get somebody that's working out of their garage and you think is in a giant call center. But here's the difference. And people say, Bruce, what's the difference in your company? What's the difference in me going to the Rocket or somebody else that I found online, or if you're a veteran at USAA? Well, let's just break that down. First of all, USAA is an insurance company. Insurance company and banks, I think, are the biggest slimes in the business. And in any business, just drive downtown in any city. You look at the tallest buildings. Who's got the most money? The ones that have their name on the tallest buildings. Banks and insurance companies. That's it. So their ads are good and they're convincing. And unfortunately, I think too many of us are suckered in by advertisements. So that's not me. You don't hear advertisements for me. You don't see me on TV. I do this radio show that attracts people to me, but I am not a gimmick. You get a live person on the phone. I have a receptionist. You are not routed to a call center. There is no call center in my office. Come visit my office. I got 25 people working here just doing things to cater to you. That's what we do. Now, you may say, well, Bruce, since you are not the big guys, maybe your interest rates might be higher. No, they're not. My interest rates aren't higher than anybody else's. I'm going to tell you this much. Here's the secret to this industry. Most interest rates for most mortgage companies are the same. If one's a little bit lower than somebody else, or let's say if one's significantly lower, there's a catch. There is absolutely a catch. If one is higher than another, it's probably because their interest rate is higher, but their fees are lower. But listen, mortgage companies, we're all getting our mortgages, we're all getting our money from mortgage-backed securities. Well, they're the same mortgage-backed securities that Bank of America gets, Wells Fargo gets, Citibank gets, Truist gets, and I get, and Rocket gets. We all get the same mortgage-backed securities. So we're selling the money to you with a small marginal spread on top of that. Now, I can tell you that you look at me and you go, hey, man, this guy's got a small business operating right out of Winter Park, Florida. He's been here for 33 years. I want to deal with this small business person. He's local. He's got a great business. He's got people that'll answer my questions. He's got a receptionist. He's got loan officers on call 7 days a week, 365. Yes, I do. But here's the thing. I run CrossCountry mortgage branches in Central Florida. it's a bigger company than just me. It's owned by a gentleman out of Cleveland, Ohio, and it's an amazing company. But here's the thing: we are like sixth largest mortgage company in the country. Sixth largest. It's just that we don't advertise. We don't believe that we should spend the money on national TV and sponsoring Super Bowls that cost millions and millions of dollars to pass that on to the consumer. We believe that we can save you money in other ways. And we want to be the hometown mortgage lender, not the national big guy. So that's not our game. Yes, they probably do more mortgages than us in the long run, and they brag on their service levels. But I'm going to tell you something. I get more business from them than I ever would have lost to them. And that's because people see the gimmick. And listen, Americans these days, they're tired of these going to India or Pakistan or the Philippines or some other God knows what country our private information is getting transferred to. But I even bank with Truist, and Truist, if something happens, they route me to India. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm leaving that bank. I'm tired of them, but I don't like any of these banks. All the big banks do it. They're not giving you personal service. And listen, here's another thing for you guys. If it says for free, it's not for free. You have then become a product for them. It's like people go, oh yeah, I get my free credit report, from the Credit Karma people or one of those free services. And they're selling your data. You are now a product of theirs. So you think that it's for free. It's not for free. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Mama didn't raise no fool.
Hey, my mama didn't raise no fool.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Well, don't be a fool. You know that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So I don't think that anything that tells me it's for free, I know there's a gimmick. I know that I'm going to get caught with something with my pants down. So don't fall into that category. If you want great, honest service, you want a great interest rate, you want to close on time, you want somebody that's going to be there on the weekend when the actual negotiation is going on, then you choose the Loan Arranger. That's what I'm here for. You can reach me directly. Here, I'm going to give you a direct phone number. You can write it down. Save it in your phone. 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144, or go directly to my website at webringyouhome.com. You want a great mortgage? You're a first-time home buyer? We got all the programs. We have down payment assistance. We have everything you can think of that would help you get into a home as a first-time home buyer. You're a move-up borrower. You want to buy another home, maybe keep the one you have? I've got the programs for you. Okay? You are a veteran. You want to get in for no money down? I heard a commercial on the TV just last night. It was bragging about helping veterans for no money down. There's not a VA loan around that isn't a no money down program. They all have no money down. They acted like it was something special, and they had fighter jets on it. And like, we've got VA loans and you don't even need a down payment. Well, duh. Okay. Nobody needs that. We all have VA loans, but here's the difference. I have been teaching classes to other lenders, banks, and real estate companies for 30 plus years on how to properly handle a VA transaction. So why not just go to somebody that teaches the classes anyways? You got the Loan Arranger right here. USDA, no money down. FHA, here's the difference in me on FHA. My interest rates are the same as everybody else's. Okay, nothing special. What's different about you then, Bruce? What's the Loan Arranger doing different? Here's what I do different. I don't have credit score requirements on FHA where other lenders do. Now, that doesn't mean everybody qualifies, but I close loans that other lenders and banks wouldn't even touch. They wouldn't even look at. As soon as they pull your credit, they're going to go, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I'm sorry. We don't do loans under 640. We don't do loans under 620. We don't do loans under 600. Well, I closed a 506 and a 511 in the last 2 months. Pretty low scores. Okay. I'm not saying call me up if you just have crappy credit and you don't have a job. I'm saying that I can help people that need a leg up. How about a leg up? By the way, I have something special too. On all my closings that I'm going to be giving out that I'm going to be closing in the next 60 days, I am going to give you a free security system. Now, this isn't no shoddy security system. This isn't just like Ring cameras. This is every door, every window, motion detector, glass breaks, monitoring, everything. You get it, the whole package for free. You just got to pay for the monitoring. And the monitoring costs the same with everybody. So why not get a quality alarm system for free? I can help you with that. All my clients are going to be getting one. 407-250-9144, or just go to my website and make that application right now at webringyouhome.com. Cleve Loveland is out selling property right now. He can be reached at 407-352-8118. That's 407-352-8118. He's got amazing buyer's agents that can help you negotiate. He's got amazing listing agents that can help you put your home on the market and get the best price for it. Great quality you get with him. He and I are aligned. We've been doing this show for a number of years, and we're in alignment with each other because we care about our customer. And that's not a gimmick. Test me out. Give it a try. See if you get return phone calls, return emails. Okay? You get what I would want in a mortgage company when you use my services. You get a great rate, you get return phone calls, you get a human being you can talk to, you get somebody that cares about your transaction. These banks, you think they care about your transaction? If they don't close on time, do you think that their reputation is hurt? Do you really think that they're hurt? Do you think that you could hurt Wells Fargo if they missed your closing date? And is the closing date important to you? Well, I don't know. Do you have a dog and a cat on the truck? The moving truck's loaded up. The kids have to get into school by a certain time through the summertime. You don't think that's important? That's important, but it's not important to the bank. The bank doesn't care. You're not going to hurt the bank. And when you guys go, well, I'm going to go to my bank because they've been good to me for the last 20 years. What do you mean they've been good? You mean they're watching your money really good? That's good. They got a friendly teller and that's good. I don't know. To me, that doesn't mean a darn thing. I have to deal with banks because we have to bank. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm moving my money out of Truist because their service level since they went from SunTrust to Truist has been horrible. Not a good experience for me or my wife. And not one issue, but multiple issues we're having right now. So I'm not a big fan of them. But I've dealt with other big banks, and I'm not a fan of them. So what do? I'm going to a local community bank. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to a local community bank that wants to take care of my customers, take care of me, and then they'll take care of my business. How about the old-fashioned banking relationship? How about that? Wouldn't that be nice to go back to that? I think we've forgotten about that. 407-250-9144 for the Loan Arranger. I am the Loan Arranger. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you navigate real estate. I'm here to help you when it comes to understanding the obstacles to get in your way. Let's talk about some obstacles. How about having to make full price offers right now? That's pretty common. How about making offers over ask price? Is that pretty common? How about appraisals coming in undervalue all the way across the country? Like 80% of them come in undervalued today. That's a problem. Can we deal with that? I have all the solutions to that. We can navigate you through that. If you haven't refinanced, should you refinance? Probably not. You probably missed that boat. Okay, here's the people that should refinance right now. You have an adjustable rate. You have a balloon note. You have a home equity line. Hey, listen, if you got a home equity line out there and you got a balance on it, you might want to consider refinancing before rates get even higher because home equity lines of credit are tied to prime, and prime is what's going up. So don't let those home equity lines get out of hand for you because they'll get nuts. Okay. And they're in second lien position. And as soon as interest rates start going up and the economy pulls back, you know what they do? They freeze it. They freeze them. All right. So get ready. Call me. That's a reason. Here's another reason to refinance. You have a lot of consumer debt and you have a bunch of equity. Let's get rid of the equity. Let's get rid of the consumer debt and consolidate into one. So I'll give you an example of that. So let's just say you have a $1,500 a month mortgage payment and you have $1,500 in consumer debt. I pay off all the consumer debt. Your mortgage payment, say, goes up $200. So you're up to $1,700. That means I got rid of $1,200, $1,300, say $1,300 a month in consumer debt. Now, even though your interest rate may be higher than it was, I got rid of $1,300 a month in consumer debt. Now, you take that $1,300 that we're used to paying to consumer debt and you put it on your mortgage. Now, your mortgage is paid off in 8 to 10 years. How do you like that? That's how you become debt-free and no mortgage. That's what the Loan Arranger's here to guide you through. You don't get that from these big guys at the Rocket. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get it from your bank. You're not going to get it from your credit union. You're going to get it from somebody that cares and looks at things like that for you. And I guide my client. Ask my clients, one after another after another. They get personalized service. They get me looking at their entire situation rather than going, yeah, we got a fixed rate here at 5.25%. It's only 1 point. Okay. You don't want that. You want somebody that's going to look at the whole picture for you and give you good sound advice. Don't you want that from your surgeon, from your dentist, when you're getting an operation, from your CPA? You want that. You want somebody that takes you're not just a number. You're not just the same as the next guy. It's all different. 407-250-9144 or Cleve Loveland at 407-352-8118. You can go to my website at webringyouhome.com. I'll be back in 5 minutes with the remaining show of the Loveland Report and the Loan Arranger Radio Show. Welcome back to the last segment of the Loveland Report and the Loan Arranger Radio Show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock for the Loan Arranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. That would be me. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things that are going on in the economy right now that affect your biggest investment. That is your real estate investment. So we want to make sure that we've always got you going in the right direction so you can make the right decisions. So let's talk about just a few things before we end this show. First of all, if you want the best real estate agent in the business in Central Florida, call Cleve Loveland and his team at 407-352-8118. That's 407-352-8118. He's out and about today listing properties and selling properties. He's got a team of 3 buyer's agents that are phenomenal. And they will help you negotiate a transaction as a buyer's agent. He monitors all of them, just like I monitor all your loan transactions. You want a great mortgage company, somebody that's going to take good care of you, somebody that's not going to send your private information to India? Well, then choose me. I'm the guy. I don't send your information to India or any other country or any other company, any third party whatsoever. You want everything secured? You want to know that you're dealing with a reputable company? I've been in business for 33 years. I've closed over 10,000 transactions. I have never had a breach in my security yet, and I'm not going to let that happen now. We have a secured portal. Matter of fact, you want to apply online, go to webringyouhome.com, create your online application. It's super, super, super duper secure. It comes to me. My team reviews it. We review your credit. Then we send you information in a secured portal. You create your username, your password, and it monitors it. And I'm going to tell you something. It's kind of weird because if you even tried to get into it from a different computer, sometimes it's going to make you do these authentication codes and things like that because it makes sure that somebody's not trying to hack into your information. Heck, I called Truist last week because I lost my ATM card, and by God, I talked to somebody in India, and I'm not happy about that. I don't like that. That does not make me feel better. But I can tell you, I bet your bank does the same thing. They subcontract that out to these places overseas. No wonder you can't get anybody to work over here. I mean, come on. It's no wonder our economy's going to crap because all these big companies that you are loyal to are sending business to other companies, other countries. I don't tolerate that stuff. You want somebody here in the market that's going to take good care of you? Trust the Loan Arranger. That's what I'm here for. You can call me on my personal cell phone number. Write this number down. It's my number. You don't get Wells Fargo's personal cell phone number, Citibank. You don't get the Rocket's personal phone number. You don't even know who the owner of the Rocket is. You don't get that, but you do here. 407-250-9144, 407-250-9144. Call, text, or go to my online application at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. I want to thank each and every one of you. You are such amazing listeners. You've been so loyal to Cleve and I really appreciate you. I would ask that you kindly do a subscription on my YouTube page at Bruce Woodburn, The Loan Arranger YouTube channel. I'm trying to get my rankings up on that and thereby viewership, so it would be a big help if you would help me out with that. And then just text me at 407-250-9144 that you registered for my YouTube page. You will be on my favorites list, I promise you, and that is my text number, so you can text me right here. I thank you again. Don't forget to tune in to the Loan Arranger radio show on Sundays at 11 o'clock. I really look forward to hearing or hearing you then. And if you need anything from me or my team, I'm be honored to assist you. Thank you. Have a great weekend. God bless each and every one of you.